Hello everybody. This is going to be another Deer Isle 6.0 tutorial. Today we're going to be going into the Arctic Temple. We're going to find the lever, show you how to get from the lever to the green keycard room and the brazier room where you light the staff for the end game, and then how to get out of the Arctic Temple. I want to thank the Refuge servers and OneTap for allowing me to use his server to record this video. So please go show him some support by joining the Refuge server Discord and go to his YouTube page and give him a subscription. Also, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment on what you thought of this tutorial and anything I might have left out. Alright, here we are at the entrance to the crypt, it's called, or the Arctic Crypt is what I call it. You're going to need Thor's hammerhead, or Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, for this part to open this frozen door. I showed how to get this in two previous videos, or three previous videos. There's two videos with two different ways to get the hammerhead, and then there's a video to get the hammer handle, using Smokey to teleport into the lower temple. So check those out if you don't know how to get the hammer. Alright, once inside you are going to encounter Stag Zeds. They are the winter version, which are a little weaker than your average stag, and one headshot should deal with them with most weapons. This is a possible lever location. It's not there, so we're just going to keep going. These wrapped bodies like this do have loot on them, so you can check those. I found pretty good loot on him, including like a DMR, so pretty decent loot, worth checking for. Sometimes you get nothing though. Alright, so typically I'm going to go into the big room. This big room is kind of a central location that you can use as a reference as you navigate around this temple. Alright, I am going to go down this way. There's a route to go down to the prison cells going this way, but I'm going to check down here first. There's another route, goes into the sewer pipes. Alright, before we go up, there is a handle up here. We'll check in a bit if we don't find it somewhere else first. But there's a way down here. It has a possible hammer. the AUG. That's nice. That's what I'm using now. Alright, here's a possible hammer or lever location. Right here. It's not here. And that's pretty much it down here. Alright, once you come in here, just go up these stairs, really nowhere else to go. And then we're going to go up these stairs. And then before we would go up this way to find the exit and for a couple other things, but we're going to go down here and check for this lever spawn down here. Be careful here. If you just hug this wall, you can walk right across. But if you try to go over the grate, it's possible to fall down. So just be careful there. Alright, there is a lever spawn here, and it's not here. And go back the way we came. Alright. Down there is that first spot I told you was a lever spawn right by the front door. So if you want to get to that, if you see that lever, you would just go down this way. And it would be right here. And here's just a cell that you can loot one of these bodies. Right there we got a VSD. Not a bad weapon. And this is the way you go to get out, actually. You go this way, go past the flame room. Here's the room where you light the staff, but we can't get in there from this side. So we're going to go this way and up. And go this way to up here. This is a balcony here. You're going to go back in on the other side here. Alright, right here you got another drop off. Just hug the wall. My suppressor just broke, unfortunately. Oh, you can take a peek down here for a possible lever. It's like on this ledge down here. Hard to see with the fog. So I'll probably just go check it from the other side. This is actually the way you get, after you throw the lever, this is the way you would go to get to the door that the lever opens and which closes after 5 minutes. So you would go this way for that, but first we're gonna go check this ledge. I couldn't really see because of the fog, so we're just gonna go check it for a lever real quick. You come out right here, just check both these sides here. I don't remember which side it spawns on, so I know the locations, but I don't have the exact pinpointed location memorized on all these levers. But a lever definitely spawns here. This way is a dead end, so don't even bother. This is the way to get out again, to get to that door and down to the door that's closed until you throw the lever. Gotta be really careful here. And this is the doors you go through. When I'm looking for the lever, I'll often come this way just to go ahead and clear the path of Zeds, so that when I do find the lever, I don't have to worry about Zeds when I actually am making the run for the door, especially if it's one of the harder levers that you really barely make it based on the time and how far you have to navigate through the Arctic. So here we are. This is the door that's closed. Alright. So we've cleared the path to that. We're going to go back and we're going to find the lever. There's only a few more places it could be. So I might not need to make the next video because I might show all the lever locations in this video, since I seem to be having a hard time finding the lever. Alright, so we're going to go back down and across the big room. We're going to get back to the big room and go back across that big room. And what we're going to try to do now is get down to the prison cells. Alright, so we're back across the big room and we're in here, up the stairs, and to the left. We came from this way from before, but this time we're going this way to the left, and we're going to go into this tunnel. And this is another possible lever location in here, and it is not here either. Alright. Jump up on these barrels. You are going to have some Zeds to deal with here. Alright, it's not this grate. You can skip this grate. Keep going up these stairs. And this grate right here, this sewer tunnel, pipe, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go through here. And this way, it just leads to the first part of the attic, or the loft, or whatever you want to call it. And there is a possible lever spawn in here, and a couple of these guys you can loot. There's a thumper, and across the way there's another possible lever spawn that we'll go check too. So no lever here on this side of the loft. When you go back up here, go this way, all the way around to the other side. And there's no lever spawn here either. This is the other possible lever spawn in the attic, or the loft, whatever you want to call it. This is just a little room you can loot, but not a lever spawn that I know of. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I don't know of a lever spawn in here. But anyway, we're going to go back out where we came, to the big staircase, which also happens to be the way out of the temple as well, going this way. We're going to go a little bit further down this way before we go back down to the prison cells. And that'll be the last place I know of where this lever can spawn. This one is a tough one. You got to jump across and catch onto that ledge right there, and then vault up, weapon in hand, to make the jump. Alright, this lever is the hardest lever to get back to the door. So you really got to be quick and you can't really make any mistakes. It's a good idea to clear the path like I did to the exit before you throw this switch. But if you don't make it to the door, you just come back and try again. You can keep throwing the lever over and over again. Also keep in mind these levers, they do reset after a server restart, so it'll be in a different location after the restart. So let's give this a go. Through the crawl space in the second cell. Once you come out of the second crawl space, you're going to go right up here through this sewer pipe. Take a right up here and go down the stairs. Go straight across. Up this stair, to the left, straight up those stairs, straight up these stairs, straight up these stairs, and up these stairs. Once you're up here, and go straight across to this room where there's a grate and take a left, take a right, go past the flame room. Take a right. Hug the wall so you don't fall through this gap. Careful crossing this. Take a left, take a right. Watch the hole in the pipe over here. Through the two doors. Down all these stairs. Here's the door, and watch how close we were. Once you're here, you're safe. You made it. But I guarantee this door's about to close. See how close that was? That's the hardest lever. Once you make it here, you gotta edge along this ledge to the other side. Be very careful, because if you fall, you gotta do it all over again. In this case though, if you were to fall and you had that lever spawn, it's right down there, so at least you'd be by the lever again. Alright, we're across. Now, in most cases, because most lever spawns are going to get you're going to get here a lot faster and you're going to have more time. Do not enter this room until that door closes. Until you don't hear Smokey anymore. That loud noise was Smokey. Smokey's inside this room until that door closes. And if you go in here, he's going to get you. So don't do that. Nope. In most cases, if you are still waiting for Smokey to go away, I would go light the staff first. But since we're already here, I'm going to show you the green key card. There's these 4 boxes here that have possible loot. And then the key card is right here. This is the green key card that gets you into the aircraft carrier, which we'll do in a future video. Now we need to go light our staff. There's potentially one more Z you will have to deal with up here, so be ready for that. Scratch that, more than one, like 3 maybe. Take a left here, there's usually a couple of Zs here. I don't see them though. And you go up here. Here's the fire room, there's usually a Z in here. And I don't see him either. There's 4 of these corpses that you can search. That one has a pistol, but it's stuck in the ground or something. But you can loot these. This one has a JMC optic. And then you just get your staff, unlit staff. Approach the brazier. You'll get a thing that says catch flame. Hold to catch flame. And now we have a lit staff. Alright, now this staff also acts as a indicator, and it notifies you when players are close or not. Right now the staff is glowing red, that means there's no players within 400 meters. If there was a player within 400 meters but further away than 100 meters, it would be glowing white, and if there was a player within 100 meters, it would be glowing blue. Now that we have our staff, and we have our green key card, we're ready to get out of here. Once you get back down here, below is the prison cells where the lever was, and this is where the green key card was. You're going to edge along here and try to drop down on that ledge below. If you miss it, you'll be fine, but just save your boots. And then I try to go as far over here as I can. Jump right down to this ledge. You're going to cross this bridge, and you're going to go down to the cell where you crawled through. There's our lever again. But we're going to go out. Remember the second cell. It's the same way we made the run to get to the door. We're going that same way to exit. We're just going to go a slightly different way once we get down. And this will be the exit regardless of where the lever spawned. Second crawl space. Up these stairs, all the way to the top. Go up these boxes, up this ledge. Now you're gonna have a couple more Zs to do. Got another one of these bodies you can search down here. This one has nothing. And then we have one more jump to make, so make sure you have enough stamina before you attempt to jump. Weapon out. Jump across. Go straight up these stairs. Fall on the grate here. And fall straight down. Now you can't take your boots off for all these drops to save your boots. As you can see, mine are badly damaged. Just go over here, take a left, go all the way to the snow. And make your way down to the side of the mountain, all the way back down to your boat. Now, keep in mind this will be pretty slow going down this mountain if you don't have military mountain boots or stag boots. The Zeds that you took care of on the way in will likely be respawned, so you might have to deal with them again. All right, once you're back here, you're back to your boat. You can get on your boat and you can go straight over to the aircraft carrier and do your aircraft carrier run, or you can save it for a future time if you don't have time. I'll do the aircraft carrier run in a future tutorial, but that's going to conclude this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the tutorial or if there's anything I missed, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate your support. Take care now.